I'm not necessarily looking for a sugar mommy.
Well, he is not either. He's actually looking for a sugar mummy.
Mummy? Sugar mummy?
MUMMY.
Oh, that's a pretty funny bit. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
strap on,
and enjoy the ride. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter.
My wonderful mother.
Yes, and we have a good sneaky freak question of the week, don't we?
Oh, we got a good one. This is the question of the week, you sneaky freaks. What is the goofiest thing that's happened to you during sex? Or when did you laugh the hardest during sex?
I had so many I didn't know what to choose, but I'd like to hear from you first.
Why don't you ever give me credit for coming up with a question?
Oh, by the way, Cam came up with this question.
Are you curious why I came up with this question?
Yeah, what did you do?
Because I'm going to be going to clown school, and I'm thinking a lot about goofiness.
And what better thing to do than do goofiness and sex together?
That's exactly right. You know, you never see that in porn. You never see people joking around,
maybe you
laughing.
Don't. I see a lot of laughing in the Glory Hole Secrets.
You do?
No.
Is it?
I can't believe I was watching the Czech Glory Hole Secret. Well, I call it Secrets, but it was just
Czech, meaning Czechoslovakian?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just like I don't understand how these women can do this. They're literally strapped up by their ankles, and these guys are just like lined up, ready to jam them. And it's like
jam them. Mom, this visual is horrible.
It's a terrible thing.
It's a terrible thing.
But these women seem to like it. They were like painting their nails. They're like bored as shit.
You think they like it, or you think they were getting paid to do this?
Obviously they're getting paid to do it. They're sitting there filing their nails and
getting fucked.
Yeah, but there's like a wall between them with a hole.
Why are you always watching? Why do you? Does this appeal to you?
I like it. I don't know. It's real.
It is unbelievable.
Because I don't like fake stuff. I don't like when it's like made up. Like, oh, here comes the pizza delivery guy.
You're unreal.
Are you more into the realism, or are you more into like the aesthetics? Oh, I know. Let me guess.
What?
Some yoga teacher.
No.
Some
you know, I did recently. You know what I think I'm into? This is an admission right now.
Oh boy, folks, listen up. Cam is thinking he's into something.
I think
what are you into? What are you into?
This is very vulnerable of me, but I like jerk off instruction.
What?
When the girl is there being like, okay, now jerk off like this. It's enjoyable.
Well, what does that mean, jerk off instruction? Is that
she's like kind of taking you through some
about
tantric practices and shit like that?
Are you talking about some sort of chat room?
No.
What are you speaking of?
I'm talking. These are pre-made videos. It is a yoga instructor.
A yoga instructor?
I'm thinking of, but it doesn't need to be like that. But for some reason, it makes me feel more connected when they're speaking directly to me as opposed to acting something out.
As opposed to watching someone get banged while they're painting their nails.
Yeah, which is kind of a bizarre thing. I'm into the mental connection, I guess.
Yes. Can't you just ever let loose and say, fuck it all?
That's what appeals to me. I don't know why. So, I watch a regular porn. It doesn't feel as good.
So you like the dom aspect.
I don't really like, it's not like you sissy boy, go fucking jerk off. No. It's not like, it's very, it's kind of like we're just in a little communication together.
It's educational. That's
a little educational.
It's always got to have some redeeming quality.
If it's in Spanish, it's even better.
Oh, for Christ. So now you're doing double. I'm learning my Spanish and I'm learning about life experiences.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
I think it's nice too. It's so nice.
Okay.
But anyway, but did you?
That's the flavor of the week. You know, it changes.
Oh.
My preferences change.
Mine goes from casting couch to glory holes.
Because before I was into the whole massage type of thing.
I like that too.
The Nuru massage type of shit.
What was that again?
Nuru.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, they put all this gunk on you and they slide all around.
I'm surprised being that you're very like persnippety about
I like that paper mache type of shit.
No, you didn't. You didn't take art class because you didn't want to put your hands in the paper mache.
But
what are you talking about?
I got into it. We're talking second grade right now, folks. I got into it after, so I boycotted art class. I didn't like the fucking feel of paper mache in my fucking fingers.
When you were 7.
And then I had a turning point, maybe in 3rd grade, where I touched it, and next thing you know, I'm making paper mache penguins.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
making paper
Do you
mache.
still have that?
My paper mache penguin from
Yes.
third grade.
Yes.
No, I don't have that.
I have a visual of that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's a good art piece.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, let's not go down memory lane too much, but let's hear about your funny, quirky, weird, clowny experience that I'm probably going to die laughing when I hear
Okay,
this.
so the first thing that came to mind is an experience I don't think I've even talked about on the show because it is, again, very vulnerable. But since we're heading towards a hiatus, I figure why not go out with a bang?
Okay.
So I was having...
Are you going to get angry if I laugh at you?
no.
Okay.
You know, because I'm cautious with my sex, I'm not always trying to bang immediately unless someone has been like tested or, you know, I like to,
geez.
if we're going to do some fluid sharing, I want to make sure that we're kind of, have been tested. I think my opinion has changed on this a little bit recently. Like I think I'm more comfortable with protected penetrative sex
Why wouldn't you be?
because you can still transmit diseases or infections to one another that way.
Okay.
But regardless, I'm fine with it now. At the
Do
time,
they have to wear masks like for COVID or
no,
something?
Mom,
Okay.
no. At the time, though, I wasn't as comfortable, so we were coming up with some creative solutions.
Who is we?
Me and this woman,
Okay.
we were coming up with some creative solutions.
Did you look at a hazmat suit? Like, you know, you're walking, like someone
No,
was walking into
no. We were not going to have penetrative sex, so instead we were going to have titty sex.
titty sex. That's what you came up with?
Titty sex.
Was that as rewarding for her as it sounds like?
Boring for her.
Rewarding.
A warning?
Rewarding.
Oh, rewarding.
Yeah, is it rewarding?
It couldn't have been great for anyone. It was great for me. But anyway, at this point, we were in a situation where somehow I was standing and she was kind of, I think she was seated maybe. And then, you know, I'm kind of like pushing my dick towards her chest or whatever.
Okay.
You see? And I've never done this before, so I didn't really know what was about to happen, but I could feel that I was about to come.
Oh, well, shocker.
So I said to her, you know, what do you want to do in this situation? Should I just go? And she's like, yeah, just go. And I was like, oh, okay. And, and I start coming. And
all over the place.
I don't
again.
think she expected all of this to happen. And I wasn't expecting it either because suddenly it just started shooting up like a geyser.
Like a geyser. That's what I was going to say.
It just started spraying like a full-blown hose.
Like a sprinkler.
I was so concerned. It starts going so fast and up high. I thought it was going to go in her nostrils. And I'm like, oh no. And she starts going, oh God, oh God, oh my God.
Oh my
and
God.
I can't stop myself. It just keeps coming and going and going. And she's like, avoiding her. She's moving her head out of the way, like dodging it. Like this
She told you to go. She probably thought she'd get like a teaspoon in her tits.
Right. It's exactly right. She
and
thought it was going to be like
ended up with a bucket of cum from what
Mom,
was it?
I can't even describe how chaotic this was. I was laughing so hard, and also this is on the heels.
How do you have all this stored up inside your body?
You have sex once a year. What do you think is going to happen? It was on the heels of her having like a very sexy coming experience.
Oh, at least as long as she came.
She came and she orgasms in a very sexy way with like the shudders or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Shudders.
Even the body kind of shakes.
Shaking a little bit.
I come like a goddamn clown.
Of course.
It literally looks like like I got one of those flowers on my chest and I'm fucking spraying.
Oh my.
It was out of. I couldn't stop laughing for about 2 or 3 minutes straight.
Was she laughing or was she like taken aback?
At first, she was taken aback. I mean, she kept saying, "Oh my God, oh my God,
oh my God."
Oh my God.
I hope she wasn't wearing dry clean only clothes.
Definitely not the fucking vibe you want.
Yeah,
when you're coming,
it was all over the place,
flying everywhere.
Oh jeez.
So that was the hardest I've laughed during
Did you
sex.
have to clean this up or God knows, was it a hotel?
I don't know where it even landed. I don't honestly know where it landed.
Can you imagine the next people, if you were in a hotel, the next people coming in, seeing cum
on the fucking
hanging
ceiling.
from the lamps?
Ugh, God, jeez. I don't know where it went. It was a disaster. It was an uncontrollable disaster.
Oh.
Anyway, that's my goofy.
That's a lovely story.
What was the hardest you've laughed during sex?
Well, I had so many I couldn't even decide. So I called up Dee's, my boyfriend. I said, which one of these do you think? And he goes, what about the time that I fell asleep during sex? And I said, oh, that time? I already talked about that. Because you did? Thanks a lot. No,
How could he fall asleep during sex? Was he so fucked up?
A lot of tequila.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we ended up remembering another funny instance.
Okay.
We had sex, okay?
Okay.
I'm wearing like a little teddy, and I went to the bathroom afterwards to wash up, and I had to go to the bathroom, like number 2. I had to make a poop.
Shit
I had to
during
take a shit.
sex?
It was over.
Okay.
Sex was over. I just went to,
The post-show wrap-up.
Post-show wrap-up.
Taking a shit.
Take a shit. It wasn't a big shit, just a little shit. And I climbed back into bed with him, and what do you think is landed on a sheet?
What?
A little pebble of poop.
No.
And he says, oh my God, you pooped in the bed. I said, no, I didn't poop in the bed. He said, yeah, you pooped in the bed. Look at this little pebble here. Where did that come from? I go, it got hooked onto my teddy that I was sitting in.
Oh.
He goes, no. That came out of you.
Oh,
and
my fucking God.
We were dying. We were absolutely dying.
He must have been out of his mind. He's a neat freak.
He is a germaphobe. So he was freaking out.
Oh, my God. He goes, you shit the bed.
He goes, you shit in the bed.
Oh, my God.
We did laugh about it, though.
That is hilarious. Again,
another poop story.
Another excrement story. I think
excrement is funny.
Yeah, there is something funny about it.
Anytime you bring up a story about poop or farting or peeing or whatever, in your case,
jizzing everywhere.
It's just there's something funny about excrement.
There is, because there's something uncontrollable about it. I think that it is very human and carnal.
And why was I so embarrassed to say, yeah, I did poop in the bed, which I didn't, by the way. So instead, I turned it back on him.
What do you mean, why were you so embarrassed? Because people, full-blown adults, don't usually shit the bed.
First of all, I didn't. It was hooked onto the teddy.
How does it get hooked on? What do you mean hooked on?
Okay, so imagine I'm sitting on the toilet, and I wipe myself or whatever.
I'm going to vomit.
Somehow it got hooked onto the teddy.
Enough with the hooked on.
Okay,
disgusting.
So then I decided to throw it onto him. I'm like, well, look at your underpants. And he happened to have boxers.
No way.
And it was like,
There's a shit stain?
Yeah. I go, what is this? It's a shit stain.
Way.
He's like, oh, you're just trying to. And I'm like, no, I'm looking down here. This is a shit stain in your boxers. Okay, I don't want to hear anything about the little pebble that was in my teddy. We're a perfect pair.
You have shit everywhere over there.
Yeah, basically,
disgusting.
It's a shitty ordeal.
It's disgusting, this whole thing.
I know. Was the question of the week, what is the most disgusting thing? Or was it supposed to be funny and goofy? All right.
What is the goofiest thing that's happened to you during sex, or when did you laugh the hardest during sex?
Should we turn to the sneaky freaks?
Let's turn to the sneaky freaks. You freaks, I want to hear, what is the goofiest thing that's happened to you during sex, or when did you laugh the hardest? We'll start with Spanky Spanks. Spanky Spanks says, one time my wife was riding me on the couch. Jeopardy was on. Why is Jeopardy on?
That is a good question. At least I turned everything off.
That is hilarious. Jeopardy is on. We were both about to come, and then Trebek asks a question about Boston, her hometown. She screamed out the answer, and then we both finished. Afterwards, I reminded her that she was supposed to say "what is" before answering.
That's a good one.
That's hilarious. I would have died laughing. And so as I'm coming, they're answering a Jeopardy question.
You would be appalled at the TV being
appalled. There's no chance Jeopardy would be. But again, I have sex once a year. We need all hands on deck. I'm sure if you're in a husband and wife. You
I don't have sex with the TV on or the unless it's porn.
Yeah, of course, Czechoslovakian porn. Does he watch the Czech porn with you?
He's happy if I'm watching it because that means I'm going to get hornier faster, so it's less work for him.
Okay,
he's willing to put on anything I want to see.
That is outrageous, disgusting. Okay,
it's all right. Anyway, back to
thank you, Spanky Spanks.
What is
coming? Okay. Christian says, one time my wife was riding me and I breathed a little too hard and shot a booger out of my nose and it landed on her. We couldn't stop laughing.
There you go. Another excrement.
Excrement.
We didn't even think about the stuff
boogers,
coming out of your nose.
I never thought boogers. Yeah. And that probably happens all the time.
Oh, I had another disgusting, not even funny story, but this guy that was on top of me, he literally had a big, huge
Oh,
thing of drool coming out of his mouth and he went right into my mouth.
Not in a sexy way. This is just an uncontrollable drool.
Yeah,
way.
so
I
it was just
like
like
that at all.
I did not like it at all either. It wasn't like it was like he was just like foaming at the mouth like a dog or something.
It's like a sign of age to start, the sputum is just uncontrollably coming out of your mouth.
He was a younger person, so it was
really?
not. It was during my single days.
No way.
And let me just tell you, it was repulsive. The drool came out of his mouth like a
Did you
foot long of
comment?
drool, and it went into my mouth, and I was nauseated.
Did you comment on that? Did you say, "Excuse me, what the fuck was that"?
I don't remember what I said, but it wasn't something I want to remember.
Some people find that hot.
That's porn tells you that.
Well, so no, I have some friends that think that's hot, but
well, I don't think he did that.
When it's unconscious and not. I can see how that can be a little off-putting. Before I forget, I want to, of course, bring on the elder statesman's, because the elder statesman is in his 70s. He's had some funny experiences.
I can just imagine what funny things happened to him.
What do you think? Where do you picture this happening?
In the jungle, of course.
Close. This is what Tom says. Just as we were getting into it, the side of our camping cot collapsed, rolling our naked butts on the floor of our tent. It was an early spring camp out in the Blue Ridge Mountains, so it was cold. We regrouped, finished our mission, and slept well. By the way, I'm starting to believe that we asked this question in the past because I think I knew that story.
Maybe it applied to another question that we asked.
Oh, maybe. But or maybe he's constantly fucking in coldness.
And things are collapsing.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember also, anyway, I've told this story on the podcast about your dad whipping his dick out and burning it on the stove.
And you were laughing then?
Not the stove, the oven door.
Yeah.
Laughing was an understatement. Crying like uncontrollably on the floor laughing. It was.
Oh my fucking God. Mark says, I hate to say it, but one time the wife and I were heavy into it. I came intensely and busted ass.
What?
Busted ass. Farted.
Busted ass. He farted. I was waiting for someone to say farting.
Yeah.
Farting is funny.
So so far we got farting. We got snot rockets.
Drooling.
We got drooling. We got coming, pooping. We don't have peeing.
And we had shit stains.
Yeah. So but we've
so far no one has said anything funny about peeing. Okay, good.
Okay. Glenda says, when I asked him if he was in. Oh, the funniest thing was when I asked him if he was in. Laughing. I didn't mean to say it. So wrong.
Oh, I've had that experience.
Are you in?
Did you even? Oh my God, that's really bad.
That's never a great situation.
Yeah.
That's like the first time I had sex with someone. She goes, "Wait a minute, are you a virgin?"
Oh.
I mean, clearly I was a virgin.
You were inexperienced. That's all.
At this point, that would not be an ego boost
if someone asked you that today.
That's right.
Well, lucky for you, no one asked you.
At the time, I said my famous line.
What?
Not anymore.
Ah, that's so cute.
So cute.
It's so cute.
That was a good line. I'm going to credit myself for that. Okay, let's move on. Ray says, the cat came in and threw up on the bed right next to where we were getting busy. We shooed the cat out, cleaned it up, and got back to business.
Okay, add vomit to the list. Not just vomit, cat vomit.
Disgusting. Yeah, when the animals start getting involved, that can get goofy.
When animals are about to vomit, it's like it's an immediate, like you can do something very, very fast. You have superpowers. It's like if you hear that noise, you are Johnny on the spot, ready to, because they never can vomit on the hardwood floor. They have to vomit on the carpet. It's why.
I'm remembering with our old dog, Yogi, when you were just constantly trailing him with a bag to collect his shit in.
Yeah, he would.
I can't believe that you were able to collect his shit in those bags.
And also, I would
you put the bag underneath his ass, but right before you had uncontrollable diarrhea.
Yeah, I would stick a newspaper under there too. That's also
disgusting.
Well, he was old and incontinent. Incontinent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hammy says, when I was younger, I didn't understand how to logistically move around female liquids whilst going down on her. They ended up in my mouth, chipmunk cheeks. Hold on.
Wait. Okay, we got to add that to the list now. Female fluids?
What the fuck? What is there to know about the logistics around getting the female liquids whilst down there? Why is this person collecting them
Within
in
his
their
cheeks.
mouths?
Okay, I'm guessing that she was on top and it was just kind of like liquid pouring out of her into his mouth.
What do you mean pouring out of her like a sieve?
Like a sieve.
What do you mean pouring out?
What do you think that meant?
I don't think-
pouring out. It's just like, and it collected in his cheeks.
He's collecting
Like a
in
little
the
chipmunk. What is this again?
Hammy says chipmunk cheeks.
Chipmunk cheeks. Okay. Add that to
I
the
don't
list
know.
of
Do you
fluids.
find that have you?
I've
I've
never had that much cum coming out of me no matter what.
I've never had to figure out the logistics. I mean, Hammy, maybe you're doing something right.
Maybe she's squirting.
I don't know. Well, Hammy goes on to say, one time the girl sprung out from under my spell and whirled around to give me a big kiss, and the liquids went right into her mouth.
Oh.
I was laughing very hard, but she was not.
Well,
This
what are we
is a
storing up
lar-
liquids?
What's
going on?
A large amount of liquid.
Did you know when we had this question that every answer is going to be involved with excrement? There's
No,
not,
and
so
even-
far, we have not heard one except for the one that shouted out.
With the next one, we do have a non-excrement one.
Okay.
Jason says, I fell asleep out cold during a blowjob once.
Okay. Well, that reminds me of like the one I just told you before.
Yeah.
Falling asleep is not.
Anything that's uncontrollable, I think, is what's funny.
Yes.
When you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Spewing female liquids into someone's mouth,
Coming all over the fucking room.
coming all over the room like a geyser.
Shitting and.
Do you think I need to give a warning next time to the woman that I'm with her?
That
Hey,
a guy's
I'm
going
gonna
to
come.
explode.
Be aware.
Wear a raincoat.
Right. You just prepare the room. Put a tarp down.
You
Put a
sex
fucking
blanket.
fucking Othro down.
I don't even know if your Othro could cover the amount of
The
semen.
Othro would have been fucking perfect in the situation.
Well, how are you going to get it from a...
By the way, I'm so into this Othro. By the way, okay, our sneaky freaks, if you are just listening, I'm developing a sex blanket. It's a blanket you put on the bed, you fuck on it, and afterwards you can put it in the wash, and then you don't need to worry about it staining your own fluids, wetting the bed, staining the sheets, all that type of shit.
And by the way, it looks beautiful.
Thank you. Anyway,
I have not received one yet.
You will. Don't
Thank
worry.
you.
Anyway, I'm getting very excited about this because I have
And
one.
did you mention it's called the Othro?
Yes.
I love that.
I have one, and it literally encourages me to masturbate more often because I don't need to worry as much about getting jizz all over. I don't need to worry about
Before
going
you were doing it over the toilet.
I
Now
know.
you're doing it on a sex blanket?
yes.
All right.
Isn't that much better?
Have you ever heard of a washcloth?
This is a much better situation than a
Or
washcloth.
a jizz rag?
This is
I never
is
knew
the
about-
ideal fucking jizz rag.
I never even knew about jizz rag until I went with my boyfriend and my youngest son and his friend to Target.
You
And
need.
they said you're going off to college. You need a jizz rag.
Yeah.
Now you need an Othro.
You
In
need
your
an
case,
Othro.
you need like more than an Othro.
The Othro is
you
pretty
need
big.
like a tarp.
It
you
is
need-
kind
you-
of like a tarp.
Yeah, you need.
I'm obsessed with this product. I'm so delighted that I got into the business. 'Cause I think it's
I'm
gonna
so delighted to. You know what? This
it's going
is
to get people to have
I
sex
think this
more
is a-
and release more.
I think this is as good a time as any to play a message
What?
from one of my friends who I went out to lunch with. She had a question.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so the question that I have is, as his mother, his only parent, you sent him to Stanford, and now he's going to clown school. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are about that.
What kind of fucking loaded ass question is that?
She had a question.
Well, she has a question. First of all, okay, there's a lot of things I want to unpack here.
What?
First of all, she must have asked you this question, and then you pulled out the phone immediately and said, "Can I record you saying that?"
Yeah.
What did you find funny about that you needed to record?
I just found it rather amusing that she was wondering about why you spent that kind of money to send him to the most top-notch school in the country so that he can only end up
I'm going to a
becoming
top-notch clown school.
a top-notch clown school.
I couldn't say that if I didn't go to Stanford, I would be going to this clown school.
What?
I'm not sure I would be going to this clown school if I didn't go to Stanford.
Why?
Because, first of all, Stanford allowed me to build my business, which allowed me to then
Go to clown school.
afford going to clown school. A. B. I flexed my comedy muscles at school at Stanford, which then led to clown school. Everything, it's a butterfly effect, mother.
It is. It's a snowball.
How do you feel about me going to clown school?
I think it's a phenomenal idea.
Are you bullshitting me?
No, I think it's you're a quirky type of person.
The fuck? Why is it always?
Someone
There's
said
always
to
a
me
caveat
recently,
over here.
Someone said to me recently, I said, yeah, my son is going to clown school. And they go, oh, what is he, a Pisces? And I go, why did you say that? He actually is. She goes, because I have a son who's a Pisces. They do weird things.
Okay.
So you're a Pisces and a clown. Anyway, do you have any answer for my friend who would like to know?
That was a question to you. Is my only parent, by the way. What's the specification over there?
There was a
I have another parent. He happens to be dead.
Well, I just said I'm fully in favor of it.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting me.
I do
Honestly,
believe
most parents would not necessarily support their kids going to clown school.
I do believe that parents should support any passion that their kid has as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. And as far as I know, being a clown, unless it's one of those weird clowns like Stephen King clowns, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to the ones with the red noses.
We might use a red nose there, but there's no big shoes. There's no crazy hair. There's
Let's go
no
back to
clown
the
outfit.
red nose.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't imagine anything worse than you spitting water into the other person's mouth, except for using someone else's red nose, because there's no way they can clean that out.
I know. My last clown class, we were using red noses, and I'm not sure he was cleaning them between you. Because I remember
nothing worse than
I
that.
put one on, and I was like, I need a different one. And he's like, why? And I was like, this one smells.
Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, my God. All right. Can we get back to... I don't even want to know what to tell.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine the weird... I was thinking, the clowns, this is going to be a weird sex situation.
Are you having sex with clowns?
My goal, I would hope to.
Your goal is to have sex with a clown.
I would love to have sex with a clown. Okay.
I'm glad we got that settled. All right.
Here, we're going to read...
Let's skip ahead.
Brian's... Brian's...
Oh, Brian.
I would like to read. Okay, Brian says... While furiously banging my GF at her house for the first time, I'm standing on the floor and bumping her doggy style on the bed, balls a-slapping during each youthful pump. I suddenly felt my balls and taint being licked. Ooh, that feels nice. But how is she doing that when she is in front of me? Her German Shepherd got in the room and apparently wanted to join in. I can't say I didn't like the sensation, but fear popped into my head thinking what that dog might do if it thought my flapping nutsack was a toy. Immediate ceasefire and a good laugh, but scary for a moment. Yes, we finished without Scooby interfering.
Oh, first of all, that was brilliantly
Beautifully written.
I mean, I had a visual like...
Brian, that was phenomenal. It was better than an episode of Scooby-Doo.
I don't know. There's something about it doesn't feel right letting a dog lick your balls.
Yeah, I agree.
And the only thing he was upset.
You let your dog put the tongue right in your mouth.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? It's another body part.
It's not a sexual thing when I let him kiss me. He's just my little lover.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a 6-pound Maltipoo. What's a little tongue good?
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
but what I mean, it's not like this guy. I guess this guy was kind of getting off on it.
He said he was enjoying it until he realized that the dog might bite his balls. Okay, so if the dog, it
was a ceasefire.
A ceasefire. I like that story. It was very well written.
Mom, we have time for one more.
Oh, bummer! There's so many more to choose from. What are we gonna do?
Thank you all for sending us in your funny stories. I've really enjoyed this segment.
Keep sending them in, even though
we're on hiatus.
We're on hiatus. We will continue to do the question of the week.
Are you?
I don't know. We'll figure out a way to do it.
Why are you committing to this right now? You do this type of shit. You say, we're going to do this.
I'll do it for
and then you don't do any of this
I'll
shit.
just do it on the Patreon page.
Okay. All right. You can commit to whatever you want, Mother. This is from L.
Well, if anybody wants to join us on Patreon, this is
Jesus.
I'll just shameless plug for Patreon, patreon.com/sex talk with my mom. Or is it sex talk?
No, you got it.
Sex talk with my mom.
Okay.
And you could join us for as little as $5 and you'll get special content that can't be found anywhere else.
That you're going to create?
That I'm creating. And that the whole back catalog of content we had tons of comedians on over the years that are super funny.
That's all. We do have some content on there.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is from L. Okay?
Okay.
L from Las Vegas. Hello, Cam and Karen. I love your pod, and I will be sad when you're on hiatus.
Me
Aw.
too, Al.
Me too. Nothing goofy or funny has ever transpired during sex with me, unfortunately. It seems more geared towards tragedy rather than comedy. Oh.
There is a fine line between tragedy and comedy.
Am I too serious? How can I improve my sense of humor during sex? I know it's not supposed to be a clown show. I disagree. I'm a single female who hasn't had sex in 4 months. Sincerely, Sapio. L from Las Vegas.
Al,
L.
so you want to get into the more of the
A playful spirit.
playful spirit. You want to give us some advice?
Well, I just started thinking, how do you get into playful spirit at all, ever? It's a tough thing to do. I have answers. Do you have answers?
I'm listening to yours first.
I think the first thing is to get out of your head and into your body. Dance around, massage yourself, massage your partner, have your
I
partner
agree
massage
about the
you.
massage. The massage is awesome.
I think dancing and goofing around, literally saying, what would I do if I were just playing with this person? You know, make up a fun little silly thing that you guys do together.
Or you could do what we do, which is like my boyfriend pretends I'm his last therapist.
You could, just play. You could play like little kids. That's exactly what you're doing.
Do a little role playing.
Do a little role play. Play like
Do
little
a
kids.
little dance.
Chase each other.
Make a little love.
Make a song together.
Squirt all over the place.
Squirt your little fucking, and then I think you'll feel naturally much more open.
Yeah.
I will say, I had a partner once where she became much funnier after she came.
After she came.
She loosened up a lot afterwards, and then we were able to really joke around.
Yeah, because you get all those endorphin releases. You got the oxytocin release.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm becoming like an expert on all these hormones.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ask me anything about the thyroid. I can tell you.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, well, thank you all so much.
Anyway, hopefully, L, that helps you turn your tragedy into a comedy. But I think the truth is you gotta think about all the things that are going to relax you and ease your... the same, if you were to joke around with a friend, what is it in your friend that leads you to feel very comfortable enough to play?
Well, usually I talk about excrement with my friends,
Yeah.
as you know.
Talk about inappropriate things.
I just recently recounted the time that I flung the...
Jesus Christ. You're always talking about flinging
the
shit.
Shit. Anyway, but
I will. My last point on this.
So, Al, what you need to do is talk about all the excrement that we just talked about, because we had let's go through the list of excrement.
Hold on. Can I, before I do that, one last thought.
What?
I will say, in general, to play with someone, you have to be at a state of trust and comfort with whoever is observing you. Like that's kind of essentially what you want to create in yourself when being a clown. So I think with a partner, that is what you're looking for. How can I develop a sense of trust and play with this person so that we can play together?
Or just enjoy yourself even if you're just serious.
That's true too. Yeah, it doesn't need to necessarily be that playful, but I think it is more fun if it's playful.
So should we go back to talk about all the excrement that
so what do we got?
Well, we had you jizzing all over the place.
Semen.
We had little poop. We had squirting
female fluids.
Female fluids.
Snot rockets.
Oh, and drool.
Vomit. Cat vomit. I think we got them all. We just didn't have urine. Urine's a little tougher during sex because...
it's considered squirting?
Well, it's the same holes, you know.
Well, anyway. If anybody wants to join us on our next text, this is how you do it.
You give us a text at 310-356-3920. That's our text line. Give us a text, and we will send you that question of the week.
I had a tragedy this weekend.
What was that?
I left to go in a hotel, and I forgot to have my little sample packet of Uber Lube.
Oh, no, you can never travel without the travel-sized bottle of Uber Lube to save the day.
Uber Lube is our favorite lube.
It is the best high-grade silicone lubricant made from clean, body-friendly ingredients that you know and love. It's silicone with a little vitamin E. That vitamin E leaves a nice velvety finish and actually moisturizes the skin.
And it's great for all kinds of play, vaginal, oral, and anal. It's very important to stay wet And we all know that wetter is better. And the way to do it is through Uber Lube.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the whole like coconut oil shit and the
Oh,
water.
throw that shit out.
I want the stuff that's actually designed to help in sexual environments, and Uber Lube is our go-to. It is for everyone. Thousands of doctors recommend Uber Lube as their go-to solution for patients experiencing dryness. We recommend it for people who don't even experience dryness, who just want to get things a little wetter.
But it is great, especially for those postmenopausal women like myself.
You can use it with a condom, which I appreciate.
And it won't stain your clothing or bedding.
Right now, Uber Lube is offering our Sneaky Freak listeners a special offer, 10% off and free shipping when you use our code SNEAKY, SNEAKY, at uberlube.com. That's 10% off and free shipping. Just use code SNEAKY at uberlube.com. That link is in our episode's description. Mother,
Yes,
you know how I told you that I'm into this whole jerk-off instruction thing?
I am well aware.
I think, honestly, my fantasy would be using something like jerkmate.com.
Jerkmate.com has thousands of models worldwide, live 24/7.
So then I'm actually in the moment with them. And then if we're having a little conversation about what they want to see, what I want to see, that you're really connected. It's much better, in my opinion, than just some pre-produced porn.
It's very much interactive. There's hundreds of categories. I wonder if they have glory holes.
I'm sure that any type of person that you're looking for, they're going to have. You can search for men, women, trans people, couples. You have hundreds of categories and tags to find your next playmate.
And you know what else they have? You can take your fantasies one step further with premium features like private chats, spinning the wheel, choosing actions from the gold menus, and attending gold shows.
I mean, it really is a fun way to connect with someone, especially if you're not swiping or if you're done with porn. I mean, this is really a fun way to get your rocks off.
I was thinking couples should do it together.
I know you love that idea. Now, Sneaky Freaks, are you ready to experience a new kind of grown-up fun in the most welcoming cam community? Go to jerkmate.com, jerkmate.com. Sign up for free using our code SEXTALK10. That's SEXTALK10, all one word, and get 10 free gold for your first naughty adventures on Jerkmate. You must be 18 and over to join, and that link is in our episode's description. Get your freak on.
Get your freak on with jerkmate.com.
So, Mother,
Yes.
we had a wonderful wedding this weekend.
Oh boy, did we ever.
You threw a wonderful wedding.
I threw the wedding.
Well, you funded a lot of it.
I funded a lot of it.
Like
but
the big moot that you are.
Yep. Your sister, she rocked it. Well, let's just talk about the wedding together.
Okay.
What would you describe for all us sneaky freaks what went on in the ceremony? It was the weirdest, but quirkiest, funniest, strangest, most loving, out there, never before done ceremony.
I officiated the wedding. So
Case closed. Cam was the officiant, and you did a damn good job of it.
Thank you, Mother. My new brother-in-law did his vows in the form of stand-up comedy.
He went
and
through.
he crushed.
He crushed.
It was hilarious. He did make a Woody Allen reference to start it all off, which was a bold choice.
A bold choice.
Yep.
And he went through what he won't do. He said, "This is what I will not do." And one of them was, "I will not put cyanide in your coffee."
Yeah, it was nice.
So he went through what he wouldn't do instead of what he should do.
He did eventually go into
eventually.
And then my sister created a whole musical number.
Because she is a singer and a musical theater geek.
And she actually wrote this music.
And got a composer that she works with to do the music with her.
Unbelievable. Anyway, it was a phenomenal experience.
Brian H. Kim. Because I had a little love affair with him just now. I just texted him and told him how much he meant to me and how talented he is and how he and Jessica are going to be the next Canner and Ebb.
Wow. It was a very nice experience. The whole family really came together during, like the extended family as well, during this whole experience.
It was pretty wild because we did have a tragedy the week before and that the groom's father passed away.
Yeah.
I mean, timing is not in our family's best interest. Things happen.
We commemorated both of our fathers. It was lovely.
It was really
It was a real. There was a feeling there that you have to really enjoy life while you have it, because and enjoy it for the people that are not able to be there.
And by the way, you forgot to mention that during your sister's song, towards the end of the song, she had her whole a cappella group from her Yale University come, and they sang like what is it, like a mashup? What's that called?
Choir is a choir
No.
in the background.
When-
Background vocals.
Yeah, background vocals.
Yeah. Yeah, it was beautiful. I will say there are some family members that we discovered cannot be together.
Oh, yes.
Dee's is one of them.
My boyfriend?
Yes, there are 3 people in our family that we cannot combine. Because when any 2 of those 3 come together, and especially if all 3 come together, we get kicked out of bars, which happened during the rehearsal dinner.
Yes.
People start humping and grinding on each other.
Yes, it's a shit show. People say
People
the most.
get way too fucked up.
I know. All 3 of them got. We don't need to mention who the other 2 are, but let's just say they're.
I mean, they are the funnest. I mean, they make it a very fun time.
They make it fun time,
but it is a wild show.
It is definitely something that I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
But we did have a good time. A fun time was had by all. I need to take the next 2 months to recover from this wedding.
You know, I was getting some compliments on my dancing.
You were phenomenal. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what, I never knew you were that good of a dancer.
What the fuck does that mean?
Or maybe your clown comes out with your dancing.
No. Here's the deal. I have always been a decent dancer.
Now you're an extraordinary dancer. You're like Fred Astaire.
Thank you, Mother. You, for some reason, have only viewed my brother as the dancer. You have said my sister and I.
Jeremy is a great dancer. He just has natural ability to dance. I don't know. They did not get any of this from me, by the way.
Okay. So why does this surprise you when you have another son that can dance?
I was surprised. You had moves like I've never seen before. I don't know.
Your friends were fawning over me.
They were fawning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love that.
And my aunt.
And your aunt? What would you say what your aunt said to you?
She told me that I looked very sexy while I danced. This is my non-biologically connected aunt.
And the groom's mother tells me that if she was 35 years younger, she would go after one of the groomsmen.
No way.
I mean, this was one wacky doodle wedding.
Got whacked.
Our family is nuts. In case anybody didn't realize it,
I want to know if the sneaky freaks. Do you have interfamily hit-ons?
Well, in all fairness, your aunt also hit on your younger brother too.
So I should feel
throughout the years.
Not as that is true. It's not just me.
It's not just you. It's just any human.
Yeah, that's true. But we
there's
love
a lot.
her anyway.
There's a lot of love that goes on.
It is. It's all out of love. I did want to share about another experience that I had.
Oh yeah. I had another experience too.
Okay.
You share first.
I went to that sex tech event. And I was just recalling an experience that I had.
Wait, you just assume people know what sex tech event is.
Because I host this network called Pleasure Podcast. We co-hosted this event to bring together these tech entrepreneurs in Los Angeles that specialize in sex businesses.
Okay.
So that could be like condom companies, vibe companies, lube companies, whatever. And we gave away goodie bags. And my co-host turns to me at the beginning. Everyone got a carton of condoms.
What do you mean a carton of condoms?
Like a little pack of condoms.
A little package of condoms.
As a little goodie bag. And as part of the goodie bag. Can I
see that?
Yes. And they have different size condoms.
I see you got an XL.
Yeah. The condoms that I was given
extra large
were XL, and I go, I don't think this is the right size for me.
Why?
XL condoms? What the fuck am I going to do with this? You put it all over my face? Well, no. She goes, well, you can find someone at the party and see if they'll trade with you.
What?
And I started thinking, what am I going to go up to these people, introduce myself? Hi, I'm Cam. I run Pleasure Podcast. Do you happen to have XS condoms?
XS? So you think you can be extra small?
No, I'm just joking. A different size condom because mine is I have XLs and they're clearly not going to fit me. They're going to fit me like a snake skin.
I wonder what happens if the condom is too big or too small.
Well, this would be not safe for me to have sex in.
Because it would just pop right off.
It would be hanging down there. I mean, maybe actually with the amount of jizz that is coming out of me, It could be a good situation to have a little extra room.
Yeah,
at the
you'd
tip.
have a lot of room by the tip.
Yeah, a whole reservoir.
Speaking of condoms, apparently.
We forget about the reservoir tip. No one talks about that enough.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, when we learn to put condoms on, you're supposed to put your finger in a little bit to give a little space for the jizz to go, so that you don't with such force blow through the condom.
I was going to say you need like more than extra large.
That's actually, I think I need an extra large tip.
You do. You need to you need to put like a twist tie around your dick to keep it on.
Yeah.
So did you find someone that had an extra small?
I'm just kidding. I didn't go up to anyone. I ended up with the extra large condoms. I'm just going to put this out on my bedside when anyone comes over.
But what if you're misrepresenting yourself by leaving that there?
It's an emperor's new clothes type of thing.
Like, I don't know how comfortable I'd feel if I went to someone's apartment for the first time and on their nightstand was an extra large condom box.
Why?
I'm thinking, oh my God, what? How big is this dude?
There's also large, which I also think wouldn't fit me well.
What about mediums?
I do have that size.
Well, in Mom's News, we're going to discuss a little bit further the size issue.
Okay. Well,
But I did want to just mention one other thing in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to our mutual doctor today.
Oh, God.
Something that I think all the sneaky freaks need to learn is that we have a lot of issues, health-related issues in our family.
No, we don't really. It's just we believe that we do.
Yeah, they're all made up in our head. But I think we spoke about this last couple weeks that we went to the same nurse together.
Yes.
And she's a very attractive girl.
Yes, everyone's got a crush on her.
I think she'd be perfect for our family.
Oh, no.
And I happened to be in there today to get some blood drawn.
No,
and
Mom.
Okay.
Mom.
Let it be. I didn't say anything.
Mom.
I just was talking about the wedding. And I thought I got a certain segue in there. I said, my daughter just got married. She's like, oh, that's so nice. My brother's getting married. And I said, oh, are you married?
Mom.
What? I just asked.
And what'd she say?
No.
Oh, God. Please tell me that's where the conversation ended.
The conversation ended with me like dying to figure out a way to fix you two up. I almost said, you should go out, because she mentioned Cam the Clown.
She said, how's Cam the Clown doing?
I don't know how the subject came up, but it was about being a clown. And I was thinking to myself, you should go out with him.
Mom, how the fuck am I going to ask this girl out?
I didn't.
She's my doctor.
I know she's not, but
She's my nurse practitioner.
She's a nurse practitioner.
But how am I going to message her in the portal? Hey, I'm feeling great. Do you want to go out?
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You just saw my STI results.
Yes.
You want to review these together?
That's a good call. Did you call to find out the results?
No, they were negatives.
So, all right. Well, maybe you can figure out another segue in there. But I think we do need a doctor. We need a doctor in the family. This would be perfect. She's adorable.
All right, sneaky freaks. If you
she-
guys have a solution how I can ask this girl out, maybe I should send her this episode.
Send her the episode.
Don't you dare. Don't get her. Don't even think about it.
I'll just say
You were referenced?
You're referenced in 39.08 within the podcast.
You are absolutely not sending her this.
You know what
podcast.
I love when I'm in the dentist's office and they're like, oh, what do you do? I host a podcast. She's got, this girl's wearing like a double mask and she's got the helmet on and everything. Barely hear what she's saying because she's got all these different equipment on her. And she says to me, what is your podcast name? Oh my God. You got, why are they asking you questions when you got the mouthful of whatever this is?
No, yeah, it's not a good time to start.
So I said sex talk with my mom. She's like, I love podcasts. I'm so sick of listening to music in the car.
Jesus Christ.
Write it down for me. Sex talk with my mom. Then she has to go, what's it about? How did you come to do this? I'm like, you were in the middle of cleaning my teeth. How am I supposed to tell you all this?
You would think that they've heard so many stand-up jokes about this that they would stop trying to create conversation while they're doing that. But maybe they're so bored by it.
Who is they?
The dental hygienist.
Oh, she was interested. She was interested in my thyroid. She was interested in...
Oh, yeah, she's very interested in your thyroid.
She was interested.
The
I gave
fuck
her the
did
name of a podcast I listened to.
Wait, she got thyroid issues as well?
Her mother and her brother.
Oh, wow.
One was hyper, one was hypo.
Look at that.
It's a common, I found it's a way to bring people together.
We are absolutely not making this a segment on the show.
Sex talk with my mom and thyroid.
Thyroid with my mom.
Thyroid talk with my mom.
No, we're not.
But it is
making this.
amazing how many people are affected by the main controller of the body, the thyroid.
Mother,
Yes.
I believe it's time for
Mom's-
Hit On or Shit On.
Oh, I thought it was mom's news.
Nope.
Oh.
Hit On or Shit On. This is the segment of the show where we will share your comments and determine if they are a hit on or a shit on.
Oh, I had some good ones, by the way. Well, I don't even know what this means, but this is from Blessed App on TikTok.
Blessed apps slid into your DMs?
Yes.
What'd they say?
We really like what you're doing. Your personal influence is truly remarkable, and it is clear that God has given you a platform to share your message and inspire others. I am Rain from the marketing team at Blessed, a free Bible app designed to help users deepen their spiritual connection with the Word of God.
That's very nice. That's a hit on.
Hit on.
Hit on. Do you think it was an automated message or do you think that they actually believe that we're doing the work of God?
I don't think that we're actually a good conduit to this.
Yeah, I don't. I think that you should follow that lead, but I don't know if it's going to go anywhere.
All right.
You could get a free Bible app out of it, though. That's a hit on.
All right. Here we go. Today. Hello, Ms. Gorgeous. You are absolutely amazing in every way. ... Sexy cougar body. Excuse my boldness, but I would surrender one of my nuts to have one full day and night alone with you and do anything naughty with you I wanted. With
Wow.
little winky face and lots of smileys and little kissy faces. You'd only give one of the nuts.
One nut. But let me ask you something. What would you do with that nut once he surrendered it to you?
I don't know. I have like a nut collection on my
A
wall.
little nut collection?
Can you imagine like a bookshelf? And
These are all the
we
nuts. If you want to fuck me, you have to give up one of your nuts.
We did have everybody sign our clone of Willie.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if I walked into your bedroom and you have these nuts in jars? I'm kind of picturing like young Frankenstein with the
Yeah.
brains in jars. This is nuts
That's
in
exactly
jars.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's just-
Disgusting.
I don't know, but he only gave me one of them, so forget it. Is that a shit
If it
on?
were 2 nuts, would you do it?
2 nuts, maybe. No, I wouldn't take any nuts.
No nuts.
Now, this one is in honor of you, I think I found.
Okay.
There's 3 waves, and then salute. And then it says, Je suis français. I took French in high school, so pardon my French. Et j'aimerais savoir comment trouver une sugar mommy. So basically, I've
What?
translated this to mean, I am French, and I would love to find you a sugar mommy. And
Oh, so this is definitely directed to you, mother.
it was directed
This
to
is
me,
not to me.
but it could apply to you because it's French, and you're going to France.
Do you think I should learn that statement and just continue to
Yes.
say it wherever I go in France?
If you're looking for a sugar mommy, why not?
I'm not necessarily looking for a sugar mommy.
Well, he's not either. He's actually looking for a sugar mummy.
Mummy? Sugar mummy?
MUMMY.
Oh, that's a pretty funny bit.
to get a sugar like a mummy that walks around like this and
It gives out money.
gives out money.
That's pretty fun. That's a good
Halloween costume.
Halloween costume.
I think that's a good one.
Sugar mummy.
Not me. You know, I don't dress in not sexy outfits.
I would do that type of stupid shit.
Yeah, you
Wrap some toilet paper around me.
and say
a sugar
with a
mummy?
sign saying "looking for a sugar mummy."
I like that. Mummies always freak me out.
Everything freaks you out.
Not everything freaks me out, but mummies.
Anything scary freaks you out.
I'm sorry. They're called scary things for a reason.
I found out from one of my friends, Scott, that he's also scared of scary movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's a clown too.
I'm glad that we shared that on this podcast.
Did you see what he was wearing? Clown outfit.
How about at Michael Sylvia says your cougar mom is still hot.
That I saw that too, by the way.
That's a hit on.
No, that's a shit. What do you mean still hot? Like if at a certain age you expire?
Oh, okay. I didn't interpret it that way. I was thinking he's calling you hot.
He was calling me hot, but it's also a shit on to all the women that are over a certain age.
Okay. Okay, so it's a both a hit on and a shit on. And at Jason Moore says she's making that cougar thing up, LOL.
I put that in there. Another shit on.
What is that?
I just gave the acronym for Cougar.
He says you're making it up?
Confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy, which, by the way, your brother-in-law
Yeah.
gave in a toast at the wedding, and he said, and I want to call out My confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy mother-in-law.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I thought that was very sweet.
This is sweet. I should mention that I couldn't see shit during the ceremony as I was officiating.
I couldn't see either. And
The contact was floating around.
Oh my God.
I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anyone's reaction. I did look up at one point. I see your friends telling me that it's time to have them kiss my sister and her husband. And I was like, I literally said, I've seen a wedding before. I know when it's time to kiss.
I know. You just called everybody out. You
What the
didn't
fuck
take
was
any
that?
shit from anybody.
I've been practicing and preparing for this thing for months.
It was a shit on.
It's a fucking shit on.
You got shit on by my friends.
That's exactly right.
My friends are all in love with you. Let me just say that the
Well,
30-year difference doesn't mean anything to them.
I think it might help my situation.
Yeah, it would definitely help because you're like an old geezer.
No, I'm a young stud in their eyes.
Oh,
The fuck, you're an old geezer.
You are a Pisces and an old geezer.
It's a hit. That's a shit on, Mom. Okay, that's hit on or shit on. Thank you very much for all your comments, per usual. Mother, it's time for
Mom's news.
Mom's News.
Mom's news.
Mom's News is a segment of the show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. What do we got this week, Mother?
I forgot the publication where I found this.
Oh, great. So this is this source not necessarily vetted or even remembered.
I forgot the publication, but here goes.
Oh, God.
The average penis size is not nearly as big as many people think it is! Exclamation mark. A 2020 review of research on penis size found that the average length of an erect penis is between 5.1 inches and 5.5 inches. Factoring in volunteer bias, the researchers believe that the average falls closer to the lower end of that range.
Wow.
Now, so the lower end of the range is 5.1 inches.
This is so wild that people are, you know how much an inch is? This is such a big deal. They're lying and having bias towards it.
I know. Like my boyfriend always says, what's better than 12 inches? 13. What
Idiot.
What are people thinking? You just called him.
Well, let me ask you, where did this, you got to know, where did this
Porn.
This article come from?
Oh, I was Googling.
You were Googling. That's how you got the article?
Yeah.
So basically this could have been on someone's blog.
No, it said 2020 review.
Yeah, but who is reviewing?
I think it was
Mom.
on Google.
Everything's on fucking Google, Mom. You can find the most garbage shit on Google.
This was a 2020 study, okay?
This could have been some dude with a 5.1 inch dick who wanted to show his girlfriend that it was normal.
Cam, it was the first thing that popped up.
Well, I'll take it.
No pun intended.
I'll take it.
How do you feel about that, Joseph?
Perfect is right.
Joseph, our video guy.
I think I might be above average in that situation.
That's what I'm thinking. This could help all these people who are so concerned about not fitting the right size condom. Could help. Here, this is the one.
That is true. I wonder how big these condoms are. No.
Open it up. Let's take a look.
You want to open up this condom?
I want to
right
see
now?
how big an extra large condom is.
Oh my God.
And if it would fit the average male, and this is factoring volunteer bias. You know what that means? Volunteer bias. It means that the people that volunteered for the study may have a little bit, biased.
Okay. This is fucking a hard box to open. Very well
I've noticed that
sealed.
boxes lately are harder and harder to open.
Oh my God.
It's a good thing you're checking into this now, because if you are with a girl and you're trying to get the condom open, and
Joseph, do you have a?
you need like a knife to open that thing.
I think I need something.
Well, you should talk to the makers of this condom and say it's a great condom, except we can't get the box open. And if you use the scissors, you might end up cutting the condom.
This is true, but here, we're going for it anyway. Oh my God, I'm going to cut myself.
I know. This is what's happened to me lately. I hope you're not using a scissors to cut that open, because you're going to cut the condom.
This cannot be how they expect you to open this.
Can you imagine if you're really horny and drunk and trying to open this box?
Okay, so let's crack open these XLs. All right.
You open one up?
Wow, the package is already quite large.
Is it a larger package than most?
Platinum condoms. Here we go. I'm going to open up the...
Is it like ribbed or anything like that?
No, just regular.
Regular.
All right, here we go. Joseph, have you ever seen a condom open in your studio? Nope. First time for everything. Okay, so first of all, I've already noticed girth is quite large.
I don't think that's so large.
It's actually very lubricated. You don't think it's so large? My whole hand can fit in.
It's good if you want to fist somebody.
Oh, my whole hand is now whole hand.
Hold on.
This is an extra large.
What?
Very large. At least a foot. This is enough for a footer.
Oh my God.
Pretty big.
Pretty big. Pretty big. So would you consider this a good size for you and your... All right. He turned us into a clown show.
Would this fit me? I don't think so. Let me see what it looks like without my whole hand in there. My whole hand fits comfortably in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a full snakeskin. It's like a molted snakeskin. Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow, it's a big with a big reservoir tip.
Oh.
Very girthy, very large.
So what do you do with this condom? Make it into a balloon, of course, because you're a clown. Why does everything have to turn into clowning?
Okay, I'm gonna play with this later.
Okay.
But I think it is a footer. I think this is easily a foot. Do you think? And it probably. Why do you keep taking pictures of me? Okay.
All right. I think that, no offense, Cam, but I think that would be too big for the average 5.1 to 5.5 person.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think I need one that's literally half the size of this. Honestly, I think it should go half the size. My hand is covered in lube right now. Not a fun feeling. Okay.
Right.
Thank you for that wonderful rendition of Mom's News.
Mom's News.
Mom's News. Is it time for the segment of the show that makes you feel like you have a geyser coming out of your cock? The section of the show where you find little tidbits of shit on your teddy. Is it? Cam's Uppers is the place to be.
Fun living is the life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I share something near and dear to my heart, something that my mother typically finds
slippery
or
slimy
or
condom worthy.
It's Cam's Uppers. I like the idea that you can fuck Cam's Uppers. I put in a contact yesterday, like 7 p.m. at night, and I went for a run. And I arrived at the Silver Lake Meadows. It's a beautiful park near my house. And I went to this park in it's golden hour. And I'm looking at all the people that are laughing and eating and picnicking with wine on the blankets in the meadows. And I said, I literally had the thought, I don't want to leave here.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what that means? I wasn't saying that
you're enjoying where you're at.
I wasn't saying that in terms of I don't want to leave that meadow or I don't want to leave Los Angeles. I was saying that I don't want to leave this earth. I don't want to leave this plane.
Who's telling you to leave this earth?
One day we're all going to die.
All right. This is why I say this is Cam's Uppers is Cam's Downers.
And then you
that is a very downer like statement.
You turn that sensation into a reminder that you need to just. All we have are these little moments, these little snapshot moments that we just have to enjoy.
I was thinking I should go and take a picnic over to Silver Lake.
I was thinking you should do the same. But you have these little moments, and we have to remember that when things are getting tough with work and you feel like you're inundated with stress and all this shit, just remember, we just have a few moments on this earth. We should enjoy it. That's my Cam's Uppers.
Do you ever wonder, like, if you're coming back to Earth, if you come back as someone's baby, someone you know, like a couple that you know that just had a baby? I would not want to be the baby.
Why would you be coming back as the baby?
Everyone's going to come back as a baby. You got to start somewhere.
You're thinking you're going to die and then you go into some random couple's baby as a couple's baby?
Yes.
How do you know you're not going to become like a little A little warthog or a little gopher.
Because I believe that you come back as a human.
You humans come back as humans?
Yes.
Gophers come back as gophers?
Yeah.
And it just so happens that you might be your friend's baby?
Yep.
You're nuts. Okay. On that note,
Thank
we've
you,
reached
Cal.
the end of the show. We want to remind everyone to enjoy life while you got it.
And have a good little laugh because you may end up coming back as your friend's baby.
Have a little laugh while you're having sex because life is too short. Jizz on the floor.
Poop in the bed. Shart.
Blow the snot rocket right in your girlfriend's face.
And get your vomity cat out of the way.
Yeah. We love you guys.
We love you.
Thank you so much for all of your support.
Make sure to leave us a rating and review. We got a rating today, by the way.
Did you read it?
No.
I couldn't find it either. But we appreciate when you leave us ratings and reviews. We love all of our sneaky freaks, especially the ones who text us every week and who support us on Patreon. Patreon is basically what keeps our lights on. And if you'd like to support us, you can do so at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom.
We have monthly Patreon parties that you're welcome to join us if you're a patron.
I can't wait for the one that's coming up next week.
Oh, we got one coming up next week. So join now so you can be part of that sneaky freak meetup.
All right, Mother.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and having sex with a little poopy.
Little poopy. That's a good one.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad.
We love you.
Love you. Bye.
You were listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.